Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the program. Today, we're going to talk about how to get off on the right foot in the Philippines when you retire by not doing three things. Three things you shouldn't do when you come to the Philippines to retire.
Because these three things are dangerous to your finances.
Yes, and your happiness. Does finance have anything to do with happiness?
Yes, of course. I'm a woman. I know it. Yes.
So, the very first thing we're going to start out with is long-term commitments. Don't make long-term commitments when you move to the Philippines. What do you mean?
Take your time. Settle down. Look around before you say or you tie the knot to your lady love.
You may have long-term relationship in the States online with whoever you're coming to see, but being online is way different than being in person.
Right. Even if you've been chatting for 2 years, 1.5 years, when you see each other physically, that will be entirely different.
Yeah, you may even know they have children, and those children may be perfectly behaved when you're online with your lady love. But when you see them in person, they're regular kids. They act like children.
And then you see the family, and you see her siblings. Somebody might still be in college and she's paying tuition fees for that.
So you become a magnet for requests.
Yes, yes.
So be careful with making a long-term commitment, even if you're coming over to see that someone. And if you're not, don't have somebody special when you come over here. Don't jump into a relationship right away. It's not necessary to do that. You can see who's out there, before you jump in. Another long-term commitment would be leases. You
Don't sign a lease right away.
you don't have to jump into a lease either. You lock yourself down to a particular location for a year.
Yeah.
There's lots of, especially if you're close to the city, there's lots of hotels, lots of inexpensive rooms. You can just stay there until you get acclimated to the area, the climate. They have condos that are cheap to rent, which are well protected, you're very easy to get in and out of. So don't sign a long term if you can get away with doing short terms to begin with until you find out where you want to go. And then long term is okay. In other words, we're saying don't jump into anything and make financial commitments that are going to cost you in the long term that you may not want to keep paying.
Or if you haven't found your lady love and you are seeing two or three women, so you have to go around and select which one is the best. So don't sign a long-term lease.
So you can play the field better. Is that what you're saying?
Well, as we have said, it's different online when you see them in person.
The next thing you should avoid, not do, is making large purchases. Your dollar in the Philippines, or your Australian dollar, your British pound, or whatever currency you use, is very powerful in the Philippines. And so those bikes and those cars, they look very inviting. And so you can pay for that, and you got yourself a car, but there's trouble there.
There is trouble there because the warranty might not work very well in the Philippines. The parts and pieces, they might be still ordered before you will get your replacement.
When you go to a service center in the Philippines, a car service center, they don't have a stock pile of parts like Track Auto Wheel or Auto Parts would have. You have to send away for the part, and it could be months before it shows up. And they don't really seem all that concerned if you ever get your car fixed. I have a friend who's trying to get some stuff adjusted, and he's under warranty, but it's really dragging out. So don't make those large purchases to start with. How else? Well, then what are you going to do about getting around? How can you get around then if you don't have your car?
Take public transport.
It's much better.
If you are capable, you're physically able to do that, we suggest you take the public transport because you will know access where to go, you will know these places, and you will have a chance to talk to the local people. We do that with the Sika drivers, with the tricycle drivers, with the jeepneys, those air-conditioned buses. They're wonderful to ride in. You sit and you don't care about the traffic, and
That's lovely.
It will take you to your destination. So if you can do that and you're physically able to do that, then why not try it?
Buy a
It
car
will be
later.
fun. Buy your car later.
Or if you want, you can even rent bikes. If you know how to drive a motorbike,
Right.
you can rent one for a day, like 400 pesos.
So
It's not
our
expensive.
friend that we know, he has 2 motorbikes and 1 little truck. He
Well,
made
the
a
truck's
purchase.
running good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He made a purchase. He's just 6 months here.
Yeah, and so he's struggling with the
Anyway.
warranties on two of the bikes because they're not working the way they should.
Yeah,
But in
we
America,
can
that
see
would have been fixed like that. It wouldn't have been a problem. But he's working on it. I'm sure it'll get fixed. One good thing about public transportation too is you end up with all your hair. You don't pull it all out. So it's nice to have
I
that.
still have my.
Yeah, and if you take a cab somewhere, you can go to
Oh,
Cebu
yeah.
from here for $10.
$10.
So and you don't worry about anything there. Another thing you don't want to buy or spend a lot of money on is the family business. The family business. If you start investing in the family business,
Oh yeah, you will see your money down the
Where'd it
drain.
go? Where'd
You
it-
will not get it back. Yeah. So again, we have a friend who is financing the family sari-sari store. We believe it's a bigger store there, somewhere in the south
Wherever.
of Cebu. Yeah. He's financing that.
but and it might be nice, but you'll never get that money back.
Yes.
Sometimes the sorry store becomes a place for family to help themselves.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're successful. Wait a while. You don't have to jump into a business.
Yeah.
Don't buy a house, right?
Because all
Oh, wait,
these
that's the
things
next one.
are just
That's the next
there.
one.
All these things are just there, but your money
Yeah.
go away if you will be too quick to purchase all these things.
And don't try to buy a house right away. Again, you don't know where you're going to live. Wait a while. You can probably build a house cheaper than you can buy it. If you can find some land, you can rent. Okay. The third things you want to be avoiding or be careful of is put away your Western expectations. What you think about how people should act because you're from America, England, or Europe, or wherever you're from, put those away because Filipinos are not those people. And they don't act like those people.
You have to go with the system.
And you have
You
to get,
cannot beat the system here.
and
Yeah.
there's another thing you need to give yourself time on so you can understand these folks. If you come to a place, maybe you're going to rent a place, or maybe you did decide to go ahead and get a place, and you need some work done, you're going to hire a local to get that work done. Maybe you want a hot water heater installed in your bathroom, or maybe you need an air conditioner put in the window because you don't know how to do those things. You may offer them a job, pay them so much per day, a regular rate, or even more, and after 2 or 3 days of working on whatever it is they're working on, they have money and they disappear. And that's not thought of as a bad thing.
And then you will be like, where are my workers today? They did not show up.
Where's Ralph? Where's Ralph? Did Ralph show up today?
But very skillful.
Yeah.
Filipinos don't mind working, even in the heat of the sun. Yeah.
I am amazed at construction workers. It is 100 degrees and they're on skyscrapers
Yes.
working construction. They're mixing cement by hand for big buildings. For a regular 2-story home, they don't use a mixer, they use hand. They separate the sand.
We
It's
saw
hard
them
work.
sifting the sand,
yeah.
doing like that. Like,
Yeah, I
that's
was
a
trying to
big
get a picture
building.
of that.
Why are they doing it manually?
Oh, it's
But
crazy.
they don't mind.
But they don't mind working. But when they get money, they may have to go, or they may ask you for a loan. And if they ask you for a loan, they may end up quitting, and you'll never see that money
Yeah,
back.
because they will say, can I have a cash advance, please? Because
Yeah.
I don't have rice in the house.
I don't think it's because they're trying to defraud us. They just have life getting in the way. I mean, these folks are poor,
Yes.
and so when they have stuff that happens, they have to do what they have to do. I don't think they're trying to get over on anybody. And so also,
When you have business that you want to do, when you
yeah,
have business,
with the government in
with
particular.
the government in
Yeah.
particular, all right, there's a different bureaucracy. So we have an experience. This house and lot that I have, the name is my maiden name. So I want to change it into my married name. So we went to the municipal hall, and then we were bouncing around those tables there because we were told, you go there, you pay this one, you get this paper. We don't mind. So we try to complete all those things. So finally, the guy received all the papers and told me, all right, wait for my call. So we waited. We waited for 3 months before the call came in. And we were happy, like, all right, we'll get the papers. We went to the municipal hall, and it's not yet done because I need to go there again to the head of the department, and we discuss it again, and we discuss it again. And the ending is, after 1 month, which is a total of 4 months, we were able to get the papers and the names were changed. This
The head of the
bureaucracy.
department pulled her into the office
Yeah.
2 times. The
Two
second
times.
time we
Without
gave,
him, he said,
yeah, I
"No,
couldn't
not
go."
him, just
so
you.
The second time we gave the head of the office some more paperwork, some more paper. Here, have some paper. And then we got our form.
We got our form after 4 months.
Like, what?
So, yeah, different bureaucracy.
Another thing about your Western expectation or Eastern European expectation is it's not a clean place. Now it's not disease sick
No,
kind
it's
of
not.
dirt, but there's trash, there's dust, there's smells. Sidewalks are not sidewalks; they're parking places, or they're secondary lanes for traffic in either direction. We were going to SM one day, and a tricycad was coming down the sidewalk. We're all going this way, and they're on the sidewalk going the other way.
Counterflow.
And then we saw another it seemed like that was the lane for those guys to use to get down the street quick without having to cross the 4-lane highway.
And nobody cares.
Nobody was complaining. There were people riding in there, so the folks don't mind.
Right.
Now, we would say, that's not right, you can't do that. And one other thing,
Yeah. Another thing, the dogs in the Philippines. No, there's no rescue dogs here.
no, you
It's
have
a
to,
tough life for the dogs here.
you have to kind of get a little tough to the dogs in the Philippines, because if you want to rescue the dogs in the Philippines, you'll go broke in a hurry. And you won't rescue any of them. They'll go right back to where they were. You'd have to, it's really tough for dogs in the Philippines. But there are good dogs. Our dogs are well taken care
Yeah,
of.
our dogs are well taken
And there are other dogs that are, but when you see one in the street, I just have to tell myself they're surviving. And, they know, people know. I don't understand why it's the way it is, but you can't impose your ideas on top of what's going on here, or you will be frustrated, you will be broke, and you will make somebody else mad, and you may get deported.
And don't be blunt
Don't be
with
blunt.
Filipinos.
Yeah.
Don't
You have
be
to
blunt.
practice around the bush diplomacy.
Around the bush. Yeah.
Don't come
We
right.
cannot take bluntness.
Don't
It's
come
too
right out and
much.
tell them they're wrong, because, and then if you offend too many Filipinos, they'll say you need to leave. You're upsetting the locals. Go somewhere else, and you may even get deported. This is not America. If they don't like you here, they'll just send you home, and they won't be sad about it. In fact, they'll charge you for it. They'll make money while you're getting kicked out.
Right.
So in summary, don't do these 3 things so you can get off on the right foot in the Philippines. Number 1 is don't make long-term commitments when you first arrive. It's not bad to make long-term commitments once you get a lay of the land.
Yeah.
So you
Wait.
Wait, yeah. The second thing is don't make large purchases. Nothing wrong with buying a bike or a car when the time comes, but you should wait.
Hold on to your money, because
Yeah.
all the things are just there, ready to be bought.
Yeah.
But your money will be gone if you are too rushed with
Too
these
rushed with
things.
large purchases. And the third thing is, you're not in America, you're not in Germany, you're not in Australia, you're in the Philippines. So don't.
It's
Don't
fun
be,
here.
Yeah, don't be
It's
that
fun.
way.
And remember, you are no longer in vacation.
Yes, Bobo told us, one of our subscribers says, I'm not on vacation, and you don't have a job. So you're not going to work tomorrow.
Right.
So all you have is what you got.
Yes.
So you start spending it all and doing it all and going around having a great time. Pretty soon you'll be going, where'd my money go?
You're no longer in vacation, and you are here long term.
Yeah.
So
I hope this helps you guys that are coming here. I hope this helps you guys that are here. If you're thinking about coming here, please consider these things, because your life will be smoother if you get here and just give yourself time before you jump into anything.
Right.
Because it's a great place to live. I love living here.
yes, and
Yeah.
there is something else that we missed. Try to make that in the comment.
Oh yeah, if there is
Yeah.
something we missed.
Something
I
else,
think we
yeah.
did a pretty good job.
Oh,
I don't know.
well, we don't know.
You tell us, guys.
Yes.
And thanks for watching. We appreciate that. You guys are terrific. We now have $13.78 in our bank with
Yes.
YouTube.
And don't forget to like, to comment, and please subscribe.
Share it with somebody if you think we're doing okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you next time, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.